The poem Apostrophe to the Ocean is recognized as one of George Gordon Byron's best works, conveying the author's love for nature by including his unique romantic style of writing. The entirety of the poem is wholly dedicated to the ocean and is focused on the theme of man versus nature. George Byron also discusses his views about industrialization as he hints on the deleterious effects of human exploitations. The recurring theme of man versus nature is presented throughout the poem. Byron highlights the ocean's supremacy in comparison to humankind. He describes the strength of men compared to the ocean. He says that humans believe that they have all the power over the ocean because of their weapons and ships at sea. Yet to the ocean, these weapons are merely its toys. Byron declines the claims of human dominance and civilization. He looks at the accomplishments of men that were designed to conquer lesser things and sees failure when faced with the ocean. He writes, 10,000 fleets sweep over thee in vain. Byron explains the overwhelming dominance and justice of the ocean. He compares the ocean to a mirror that reflects storms and the Almighty. He describes the ocean as powerful and unpredictable. Byron personifies the ocean, saying that it can be calm, hot, scary, and dangerous. It has the ability to destroy everything man-made, from cities to rulers. It is all under its power. Though the ocean has a lot of power, it is under the control of God. The ocean and God are not the same person, but the ocean rather embodies God and obeys its requests. This finally leads to the idea of fearing God, meaning respecting his manner. While man can take over land, they cannot overcome the ocean because it embodies God. Mankind cannot challenge the ocean, thus it cannot overcome God.
Byron begins describing the lack of respect humanity displays for the earth. Under the hands of men, the earth suffers endless abuse. Therefore, it is appropriate that humans experience the same under the side of the ocean. Byron discusses the damaging activities of humans, such as deforestation and mining to create cities. He says while these activities do change the physical shape of the earth, man cannot build anything powerful enough to conquer the sea. The designs of men work under the demands of the ocean, as it is superior to humankind. The ships that men build cross the sea but cannot alter it as the waves erase the markings of its passage. Byron indicates the birth of man from evolutionary changes in the ocean. In his terms, we are the monsters marking the earth with ruin. All around the world, there is a great lack of respect for all things created by God, including the earth itself. Peace and life on earth are threatened by various human activities that lack loyalty to moral values. The earth is constantly under abuse by man's greed. The destruction of nature and its resources results from ignorance and selfishness for the earth. In his poem, Byron is hinting at the consequences to these activities leading up to the inevitability of the collapse of humankind. Ultimately, Byron shows not only the ocean's infinite power over man, but also the ocean's ability to enact justice for the abusers nature suffers. The speaker loves the ocean as well because it is enduring. While time changes, the earth and all living beings soon succumb to its caresses. The ocean remains as itself, and so as it has always been. The speaker muses that such as creation's dawn beheld, thou rollest now. The sea represents stability in a changing world, and this indeed is something to be admired. The speaker states that the ocean is unaffected by time when he describes the ocean as dark having, boundless, endless, and sublime, and the image of eternity. It can never show age and was exactly the way it was when the world was created, being forever unchangeable. Although the ocean is presented as something powerful and unmanageable by man, the speaker is able to enjoy and draw meaning from it. The ocean is a force of nature that transcends any one individual. Seen in this way, the ocean becomes a natural embodiment of the poet's passion for life. Byron seems to have a special relationship with the ocean that others may not have. Ultimately, Byron shows not only the ocean's infinite power over man, but also the future of his life on earth through the poem.